I'm going to demonstrate doing knotted sumac across the warp of what it should be considered my little finished tapestry. I'm going to start at the left and work to the right. You can go the other way. You can go either way, but I'm just have to choose one. So I'm choosing going left to right. I have put some weft behind the first warp thread on my left, and I'm just tying one overhand knot. I'm pushing that bitter end to the back, and I want to put the knot to the back, but the length of my yarn is coming off to the left. We're going to put a knot on every single warp thread while also sumacking. So after I tie this half hitch knot, I go behind two, left to right. I'm picking up the second one that I went behind, and I want to make a half hitch on it. So I'm making a loop with my thumb. I'm laying the rest of the yarn, which can be called towards the bitter end, over the top of that next warp thread. And I put it through the back of the loop and pull down. So the point there is that I'm constantly working left to right. Now I have a knot on the first two warp threads. I'm going to pick up the one I just knotted and the next one to the right. Put the yarn behind the two, left to right. Pick up the one I went behind that doesn't yet have a knot on it. Use my thumb, make a loop. The bitter end's going over the top of this warp thread so that it can go behind through the loop, left to right. So the series is behind two, pick up one, make a loop, go through it, left to right, pull down, behind two, pick up the one that it's behind but doesn't yet have a half hitch on it, make that half hitch by making a loop, going across the top of the thread, but then left to right behind it and pulling the bitter end through the loop. Behind two. Knot or half hitch. Behind two. Take the one that doesn't have a knot, but the weft is behind it. Make that loop. Go through the loop and make that half hitch. Then behind two again. The one you knotted plus a new warp thread to the right. Take the one you've gone behind but has no knot on it and make the half hitch. Behind two, left to right. Sorry, the loom is getting away from me. Pick up the one that the sumac is behind but doesn't have a knot on it yet. Make the knot. It's really not a knot, it's just a half hitch. Then behind two, the one with the knot and the one next to it. Make a half hitch on the one that doesn't yet have a knot. And then behind two again. We're just working our way across the warp. So it's a behind two and then a half hitch. Behind two, then the half hitch. Behind two, half hitch. On and on. The two I pick up is the one with the knot and one that has nothing yet. That's how we're moving across. Each behind two picks up the next warp thread to the right. After you do that, you put a hitch on the warp thread most to the right. Then you pick up 2 more, one with the half hitch, one that hasn't got anything. And then you put a half hitch on it. Behind 2, half hitch. We're almost done. Behind 2, half hitch. Behind 2, half hitch. Next to last one, behind 2 and half hitch. And here we are at the end. You've gone behind 2, and this is your last warp thread. It has no half hitch on it yet. Now it does, and you have sumacked across the top of your warp. And I've done this in large thread, large yarn to demonstrate it, but to end a tapestry, you would do this with something much finer. It will hold your warp threads in place so that you can cut your piece off and the weaving will not come undone. Thanks for watching.